Fellow Toastmasters, guests, distinguished dignitaries, welcome to the 567th meeting of Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club, Bangalore. I'm your Sergeant at Arms, and it is my responsibility to let you know about some basic protocol that we follow to make sure our meetings go smoothly. So firstly, while a speaker is speaking, let's all make sure that all the non-speakers have muted their mics. Please ensure that your cell phones are on mute or on airplane mode. While leaving the meeting, in case you've taken up a role player, please ensure that you inform the TMOD or the club president, or if you're not able to log back in, please make sure you message on WhatsApp. The main important rule is that we should refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics to make sure we don't hurt the sentiments of our audience. Every new beginning means it is the end of another beginning. So what we have different today is this is the first meeting of our new term. I'd like to invite some of the guests to talk, to introduce yourselves about your name and from where you're from, which club, if you're a Toastmaster, and if you're not, where you're logging in from. Is there, okay, Meghna, is this Megan? Can you hear me? Okay,
hello?
Yeah, hi, hello.
Hi, am I audible as well as visible?
Yes. Can you tell us your name and which club you're from?
So, hello everyone. I'm Toastmaster Meghna and I'm from District 98 Division 8 and I belong to Ahmedabad Toastmasters Club. And I got to know through the TI website to utilize my time these days. So, yes, I got to know through TI website.
Thank you so much for joining us. Ruchik, are you a Toastmaster? Would you like to introduce yourself from where you've logged in, or whether you're a member of Toastmasters and which club?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, you're very clear.
Hi everyone, this is Toastmaster Ruchik here. I am the Vice President Education of the I Speak Toastmaster Club.
Oh, thank you. It's a club that we all have participated in, and it's a great honor to have you here. Toastmaster Gopinath, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you and see you quite clearly.
I am Gopinath. I just saw the message 10 minutes ago from Milin. I'm very excited to come to this meeting today. I'm from Sunshine Toastmasters Club.
Wow, thank you so much for joining us. Toastmaster Dibanjana, are you a Toastmaster? Would you like to introduce yourself? Okay, over to, I can see a user,
Hello.
Toastmaster Dibanjana.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, we can hear you.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, I'm joining as a
guest. We're so happy to have you here. If you have any queries, do get in touch with our VP membership after the meeting. I hope you have a great meeting. I can see a user B0205. It's Nelson. Is it? No. Okay. Is there anyone else who's joining us for the first time who wants to introduce themselves?
Hi, I think it's me, Biswanath.
Oh, hi, hello.
Yeah, can you hear me right?
Yeah.
So I am a member of Rockwell Toastmaster Club. So I got the invitation from Milin.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I have joined this meeting.
Thank you. Toastmaster, Zoom Master Biddu, can you make sure our meeting is being recorded?
Yes, it's being recorded.
Okay, thank you, Zoom Master. So it's great to have so many guests joining us. And for this new beginning, I am really excited about today's meeting. It is my privilege and honor to introduce a wonderful person, a great leader, and a great speaker, and personally someone who I am really inspired by. Our new club president, Milind. Over to you, President.
Thank you, dazzling Sergeant of Arms, Toastmaster Vandana, my brilliant guest and scintillating Toastmasters. The road not traveled. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. And sorry, I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then I took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as far that the passing there had worn them weary about the same, and both that morning equally lay. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet, knowing how way leads to a way, I doubted if I could ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that made all the differences. The road not traveled. This was from Thomas Frost. So with this, I, the President Milind Kulapkar, declare meeting number 567 open. And now, to start our another day, our new term, I acknowledge the presence of our keynote speaker, DTM Ramesh, and our area director, Toastmaster Srinu Babu, our immediate past president. And for the installation ceremony, I now hand over the baton to Toastmaster Srinu, our area director. Over to Toastmaster Srinu.
Thank you, Milind. It's my pleasure and honor to join this event as an installation officer. So I'm sure, no doubt, you are going to witness an energetic, exciting, and exuberant session in this pleasant evening. Before that, you have to bear with me. Hope you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. If your life is not what you want it to be, we can change it. This is what I learned from Toastmaster. Rising Toastmasters and brilliant guests, a very good evening. 3.5 years back, I joined in Toastmasters club with full of fear and anxiety, just learned ABC in the public speaking and leadership tracks. But today, this club, this Speech Weavers Toastmasters, helped me to learn beyond that. That is CBA concept. This concept by Napoleon Hill, I will tell you what it is. That is, conceive it, believe it, achieve it. I never expected to be an area director, but today I made it with all your help. And I'm super proud of it. It created so much impact. As a Toastmaster, I created so much impact on my life and my family members. And I proudly say my own brother and my wife also today Toastmasters. And coming to this club, this is the one of the oldest and prestigious club in District 92. The way our club helping the district over the years by generating area director, division director, and district leadership, this is just astounding. And it's amazing to be area director for such a fabulous club, and I started my journey with that. I take so much pride in it. I really honored and pleasure is mine to start with you all awesome people. Looking forward for all your help. Once again, thank you, speech viewers, for this opportunity. Let's grow together. Now, it's time to for set of people to start their leadership journey. Before I start the installation ceremony, I request past term club officers to please turn on your video and rise at your place if possible, or else it's okay. Is everyone can stand? Past officers. Milind, Deepa. Yes. Yeah, thank you. I could
They
see
can
that.
show their hand. Yeah, that becomes easy.
Yes. Yeah, I could see everyone. Thank you so much for that. Dear officers, you had a successful term and you all should be extremely proud for serving this magnificently in your respective offices. On behalf of Speech Viewers Toastmasters and District 92 and Toastmaster International, I would like to say a big thank you to all your hard work and successful work this time. I hereby discharge you from all your further duties and responsibilities of your respective office. Please give a outgoing officers big round of virtual applause for your wonderful service they have rendered to this club. Thank you. I could see few virtual applauses. I expected to everyone join. Okay, thank you everyone. And now you may take your seat. Now I request elected officers, executive committee member to turn on your video. As I call your name, request moderator to spotlight the video. I humbly request the audience to please hold applause till the installation ceremony is concluded. Let's start with Sergeant at Arms. Currently, she is a homemaker, a passionate mother, and Art is her second child. Previously, he worked as a deputy manager with HDFC. He became a branch manager at the age of 26, and she is the only woman till date in South Kerala region. She did an art exhibition in 2014, which she considers her biggest achievement till date. She was the club treasurer last term and available for any role anytime. Please welcome incoming Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Vandana. Moving on to the treasurer, this gentleman, Ashwin, are you there?
Yes, Sam.
Yeah, moderator, can you spotlight him? Yeah, this gentleman working with HSBC for more than 3 years as a finance analytic manager. He has joined Toastmasters as recommended by his boss to improve communication skills. He got promoted as a manager last year and firmly believes Toastmasters create wonders and has played an important role in his promotion. Now, he made his wife also Toastmaster in our club. His hobbies are playing basketball, football, and swimming. This is the first time he's kickstart his leadership journey. Wish him all the best and please welcome incoming treasurer, Toastmaster Ashwin. Now let's move on, secretary. This gentleman is a miracle. He's the youngest, energetic, and all-time smiling officer in our club. He was a civil engineer by qualification and worked for over 42 years. This gentleman received awards from the government organization for handling projects costing from $2 billion to $20 billion. He had audience with the King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia and King of Bahrain. He enjoys playing games, music, and singing. He helped as a sergeant at arms. He brought an amazing discipline, that is, starting on time, what may come in his way. Every meeting he start on time. Please welcome incoming secretary, Toastmaster Joseph. Now, Vice President, Public Relation. Presently, he's a senior manager with Whatfix company with a total experience of 8 years. Started a prestigious award sales leadership Antanu Narayan while working at Adobe. His hobbies are photography and he also ran small venture with his wife known as Shubh Lens Photography. He has reached his advanced communication gold level. He has been a club president, vice president, public relation, VP education, club coach, and also he mentored more than 10 members, club members. Please welcome Toastmaster Shobdik Mukherjee as a Vice President Public Relations. Now, moving on, Vice President Membership. Currently, this gentleman working as a manager. He handled business development. Over his span of time, he has instrumental in creating 0 to 50 plus clients. His interest keeping himself fit by indulging, by doing exercise and cycling. Though he started his Toastmasters journey very recently, he has definitely achieved more milestones and he gained so much self-confidence. The intention to contribute the club is amazing. He is going to kickstart his leadership journey by taking VP membership. Please welcome incoming Vice President membership, Toastmaster Mayur. Coming to VP Education, Vice President Education, she is a Bachelor's of Engineering in Biotechnology from New Horizon College of Engineering. She is very introvert person before joining to the Toastmasters. Now she creates wonders. Her hobbies are gardening. Do it yourself is very short span with her steadfast dedication and focus attitude and sincerity. She has achieved ACG, ALB and Pathways Level 3 by joining clubs overseas in this pandemic situation. She has been VPPR earlier term, had also helped area and division with her catchy posters. As a PR, she took interview from 2018 World Champion of Public Speaking, Toastmaster Ramona Smith interview, and this is the one of the example. There is no end for her passion in Toastmasters. Please welcome incoming Vice President Education, Toastmaster Deepa. Now, President. Currently, this gentleman is the Board of Directors at AVM Impact India Private Limited. He was the qualified company secretary and in-house corporate experience in IT sector. Recently, he retired from that position. He is a long distance runner. He completed 6 marathons, last one being the Tata Mumbai Marathon 2020. He has represented Karnataka State at 3rd International Master Games in February 2020 at the Baroda in track events. He is also golfer. His hobbies are public speaking in Toastmasters and panel discussion in non-Toastmaster events. He also gives keynote address in colleges and professional institute. He completed all his traditional path till advanced communication gold and on the way to achieve his DTM. Not only club level, he helped area, division, district with multiple roles. He want to be a professional motivational speaker, mentor, and serve his motherland, Bharat, in administration. Wish him all the best on his big dream. And please welcome incoming President, Toastmaster Milind Kulabkar. Now, my dear members, I'm here to install the officers of Speechword Toastmasters and to prepare them for the challenge that lay ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong and dedicated to help people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and passionately lead to help many individuals. Each officer is obligated to attend club executive committee meetings, attend district sponsored club officer training, that is TLI, prepare a successor plan in their respective roles, request admin to spotlight the video of respective officers when I install them. I request to each officer to hold a pen or any objective which signifies gavel as a symbol of leadership, as I briefly describe the challenges she or he must meet and the responsibilities she or he must fulfill. Let's start with essay. Can you spotlight Toastmaster Vandana?
Her video is not there, so I'm unable to spotlight her.
Okay. Vandana, can you come online?
Online, there's an issue with the video.
Yeah,
she has issues with videos, so we cannot spotlight her. Sinusha, you can go on. She has an issue with the video.
Okay, all right. She can hear us at least.
Yes, I can hear you. It's quite clear.
Okay. That's good enough. Toastmaster Vandana, as a sergeant at arms, your responsibilities include arrange the virtual meeting room, maintain the club equipment in working order, ensure that adequate club supplies are available, set up the virtual room before the meeting begins, take care of waiting room and allow only authorized attendees, lock the meeting room if need to be once meeting commences, ensure to take care of online meeting controls and meeting recording if needed, make sure that all relevant educational and PR materials are displayed if possible, attend to be special equipment needs, greet guests, help the president to make sure the club meeting begins on time. Toastmaster Vandana, will you perform these duties to best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Vandana. You can take your seat. Moderator, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Ashwin? Toastmaster Ashwin, yes. Toastmaster Ashwin, as a treasurer, you are expected to keep financial records and prepare the club budget, announce when it's time to member to pay dues, explain the due structure to the members, collect dues, work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues on time to the Toastmaster International World Headquarters. Toastmaster Ashwin, will you perform these duties to best of your ability?
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwin. Moving on. Moderator, can you spotlight Toastmaster Joseph? Yes. Sir, can you hold a pen or any object in your hand? We can see you. Yes, very good. Toastmaster Joseph, as a secretary, you maintain an accurate membership roster. Work with the treasurer to ensure that new member application and dues get to the Toastmaster International World Headquarters as soon as possible. Submit a new club officers list to the Toastmaster International on time. Work with treasurer to submit your club semi-annual report and dues to Toastmaster International on time. Take care of noting down attendance for online meetings. Provide the club with meeting minutes and encourage the members. Toastmaster Joseph, will you perform these duties to best of your ability? Sir, can you unmute yourself? Yes. We can hear you now.
Yes, sir, I will.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Bidu, can you spotlight Toastmasters Shubhadeep Mukherjee?
His video is also off, so I cannot spotlight him.
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, all right. Toastmasters Shubhadeep Mukherjee, as a Vice President Education, you are expected to attract visitors to the club through free publicity. Use a variety of means to promote the club, its members in as many mediums as possible, such as digital, flyers, print, internet, or newspaper. Enlist your fellow club members in PR activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests. Regularly recognize members' achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles that you submit to the district's bulletin. Toastmaster Shubhadeep Mukherjee, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, sure, Srini, I will.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Moderator, can you spotlight Toastmaster Mayur? Mayur, yes, I could see you. Mayur, can you hold a pen in your hand? Pen or any object? Yeah, all right. Toastmaster Mayur, as a VP membership, you are expected to lead the club membership building efforts, help members with any requirement during their journey, listen to them, and provide emotional support if needed. While the VPPR motivates people to visit your club, you motivate the members to invite guests. Promptly give new member application and dues to the secretary and the treasurer. Personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets, including a membership applications. Make sure each guest hear about the benefit of Toastmaster and gets a personal invitation to become a member. Toastmaster Mayur, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will do.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur. Moderator, can you spotlight Toastmaster Deepa? Yeah, Deepa, you have a pen with you. Can you hold a pen? Yes, awesome. Toastmaster Deepa, as a Vice President Education, you are expected to gain commitments from the members to set educational goals for themselves. Assure that club members are aware of the schedule of the meeting roles. Plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their individual goals. Work with the club members to keep meeting fun and well run. Work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for the educational awards properly. Provide for educational topics at the club meetings, such as those from the Successful Club Series and Leadership Excellence Series. Represent your club and area and district council meetings as the second highest ranking officer. Preside over the meeting when the club president is absent. Toastmaster Deepa, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Deepa. Moderator, can you spotlight Toastmaster Milind Kulabkar? Yes, yeah, real gavel. Toastmaster Milind, as a president of Speechweavers Toastmaster, you are the CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Thus, you preside at all club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. If it is your challenge to see that this club adds new members and meets the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. Realize that among the resource availability to your commitment is towards fellow club members, officer team, area director, division director, and district 92 officers and officers of Toastmasters International Headquarters. Toastmaster Milind, you hold the gavel as a symbol of power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. I am confident that you will use it wisely. You are the member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than collective of people. It is an emotional force rooted in feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievements, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone will be super proud. Toastmaster Milind, as a member of Speech Weavers Toastmasters, as well as a leader, will you work with your executive committee and club members to make this a vibrant and rewarding club this term, and help every individual with honesty, loyalty, and empathy?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Toastmaster Milind Kulapkar. Dear members of Speech Weavers Toastmaster Club, please turn on your video and rise at your places from wherever you connected, if possible. Your office team just pledged to serve this club to the best of its ability, to be the best Toastmaster club possible, and to meet the needs of all its members. Your club will need active participation from each and every member. Do you as a member pledge to work together with your officer team to make Speech Weavers Toastmaster Club is the finest Toastmaster club it can be possibly be? Dear members,
Yes.
will you help your officers? Yes, thank you. I could hear that answer. I expected more answers. Okay, this is very, very important. So, do you as a member, once again I'm repeating, do you as a members pledge to work together with your officers team to make Speech Weavers the finest Toastmaster club it can be possible?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, my dear members. Include, I am promising, I will also support. Okay, please take your seats. By the authority vested in me as the area director of District 92, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmaster officers installed in their respective club offices. Please join me extend warm welcome to the Speech Weavers executive team for the term July 20 to December 2020. I want to see more virtual applause from each and every member. Congratulations all the officers and wish you all the very best. This concluded this installation ceremony. I want a small request from each and every member. Dear members, can you able to give at least one speech in a month? At least one speech in a month. Please drop yes in the comment box. If you are ready to give at least one speech in a month, please drop yes in a comment box. I want to see everyone. Thank you, Toastmaster Vandana, for accepting that. And the Toastmaster, yeah, TK Ramesh, actually I learned this rule from you only, sir, in the area director session. Actually, as per Toastmaster DTM TK Ramesh, he suggested every month, wherever you are, any position, you have to serve, you have to give a speech, you have to give a, you have to take role takers as a TMOD, GE, each and every month. I could see excellent, overwhelming respect. Toastmaster Mayur, Toastmaster Bidudas, Deepa, Banti, and Toastmaster Shannon, and Nelson, Ashwin. Thanks to everyone. I'm super proud of you. With that, I'm concluding this installation ceremony. Over to you, TMOD. Sorry, over to you, TMOD, Deepa.
Presiding Officer Milind, would you like to take over for a while?
Yes. Yeah. Over to you, Milind. Sorry for the glitch.
So Toastmasters, my fellow guest, this is the time for which we have been waiting for bated breath. We are going to hear an excellent keynote address. To know more about the speaker, may I invite our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Deepa, to introduce our keynote speaker. Over to Deepa.
Thank you, Toastmaster Milind, for that introduction. Good evening to speech weavers, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and esteemed guests. Today is our first meeting after the first term, after the beginning of the term, Toastmasters term, and I selected today's theme as goals. I know today is not a full-fledged meeting like normal meetings are, but I would like to briefly touch upon the subject of goals, and it's very relevant to the keynote address as well. Successful people, as you know how to focus and on what they need to achieve. They know what they want, so they define their goals very nicely and they devise ways to get there. The secret to achieving success is the ability to set and achieve goals. So I have a book right here. This is my Toastmasters journal. This is where I write down everything. I plan my Toastmasters speeches and projects, and I find out, devise ways, and I get there. So there are simple things that I follow regarding achieving goals. I keep them specific, measurable, I keep them action oriented, and I time bounded. So the five characteristics of a goal that you all can follow is: keep it specific, keep it measurable, keep it action oriented, and also keep it realistic and time bounded. With that, I would now like to, it's my privilege to introduce a stellar leader of our district and the Toastmasters India chapter, and the first district governor of 92, which is our district, distinguished Toastmaster T.K. Ramesh. To introduce him, especially his Toastmasters achievement, is a gigantic task because it's overflowing with accomplishments. I'll just briefly tell you some of the major benchmarks that he's set. So he's been an active Toastmaster from the year 2001, and he's chartered 35 clubs in Karnataka, Kerala, and Karnataka, of course, with his team. And he's been a crucial part of the formation of 3 districts, which is 82, 41, and 92. And he's been the area governor, as we call area director of Division B, District 82, when the district became the best district in the entire world. Now, coming on to his education accomplishments. He recently completed his 2nd DTM in the traditional pathway, traditional program, and he's now actively pursuing the Pathways program. And he's also been a district finalist in the humorous speech contest and a winner of district humorous contest 2010. And not just that, he's also been division finalist in evaluation, TT, that is table topics, and international speech contest. Now that's what you call an all-rounder. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our keynote and speaker and our privileged guest, DTM Toastmaster, DTM T.K. Ramesh. Please give a hundred applause.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmasters. It's such a joy to hear about you from what you have written already. So thank you, Deepa, for introducing me so nicely. Thanks Milind and Srinu for giving me this opportunity to be with you all. On one hand, while we feel it would have been nice to have been in the meeting live with you, at least this medium is giving an opportunity for us to still engage without missing the opportunity of being part of Toastmasters. I don't know what is this Google Kale Vanakkam, somebody is sharing.
Nelson, can you?
Nelson is anyway, that's fine. He's saying only good morning for Monday. That's okay. It's a translation, so that way it's fine. Though it's evening, we'll keep it as morning. The greenery is nice, and I see the nice seagulls flying also.
Bidu, can you spotlight?
That's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry, Srinu. We have to. That's what Toastmasters are for. Okay. So I'm really happy to be on this installation. I wish the incoming team led by Milind the very best for the new term, and congratulations for the outgoing team led by Milind again for a wonderful service they have done to the Toastmasters. I don't know. So I'm only saying.
Outgoing team.
Yeah, I know. Because since he was the installation officer, right? Like the TMOD said, I've been with Toastmasters since 2001. So what makes me sustain in this movement for 20 years? That's what I thought I'll share with you all. What makes this journey enriching for me? I'll give you 3 small stories. It can be called as koans, like what they call in Zen, or any stories from your old, what do you call, fables or fairy tales. There was this guy who asked one of his close friend, who has been with him for the last 20 years as a good friend, asked him, "Boss, do you know where is your house is?" He says, "What is that you're asking?" "I know where my house is." Then he asks, "Okay, do you know what's your phone number?" He says, "What do you mean, what is my phone number? I know my phone number." Then he says, can you recognize your family members and your kids?" He said, "I don't know what's this question all about." Then finally asked, "Do you know who you are?" Right? Then at that moment, while he was very confident about answering, the minute this question came, "Do you know who you are?" the friend was a little dumbfounded as to what to answer. It can't be answered in one word. Who am I? Right? Then, while this is one, who am I is one thing which we all struggle to understand. That is, let's keep it aside. Let's go to a small village where there is this guy who imagines everything in his life. All the riches, whatever he wants only imagine. Because he's poor, he can't have access to anything. He imagines everything to his satisfaction. So one hot sunny day, he goes to his field and he sits under a big shady tree, and he was having nothing to eat. So he imagines he's having a sumptuous lunch in front of him. So he starts really, as if you look at it from afar, you will find as if he's having a sumptuous lunch. He spreads the leaf nicely. As he touches the various, dishes that has been placed, everything in his imagination. And he has got a big glass of water next to him. He acts as if he's sipping, and he starts eating with such a relish, commenting everything, how nice this sweet is, how nice this is, how nice that is. He's giving so many inputs to himself as to how nice the food is. There is this sage who's coming that side and looks at this guy, and seeing the sage, this guy acts more as if he's having the best food. Then he says, it is too hot. I think I bit a chili. He drinks a glass of water to manages the spiciness of the chili. After the sage patiently waits for him and to finish his lunch, so-called imaginary lunch, then comes and asks him, "How was your food?" He says, "Excellent food, very sumptuous food I had." Then he said, I appreciate how imaginative you are in terms of having your food. Can you raise your imagination to a level where it can raise you? Now your imagination fills you. Can you raise your imagination where it can raise you? This is the second story. How these stories are relevant to Toastmasters. Way back in 2000, when I walked into Sunshine as a guest, and when I walked in, somebody referred Toastmasters. In those days, there were only 4 clubs in Bangalore. in the entire India rather. And Sunshine was one club. So I walk into a club, and Toastmasters is a new concept. So I walk into a room filled with, it was happening in Alliance Francaise, the French embassy, where they teach French classes and other things. So I go there, I find one person called himself a sergeant at arms. Neither he had arms, nor he looked like a sergeant in the army or services, but he was addressed as sergeant at arms. And he came and spoke for 2 minutes something, and I was skeptical about the entire thing. Then he introduced with such a lavish praise the president, and president came in for all the praise and other things. He was stuttering, stammering, struggling to speak many times. Then I found what is all these things got to do. Then came the TMOD, like our young Deepa, and every time the TMOD introduces somebody, the entire audience went into an applause. I was saying, what is this? Because either it's a bad habit or a good habit, I don't know. For everything, these people applaud. What is these people? Then came the table topic, speeches, evaluation. I find for everything unconsciously there was applause going on. And finally, the general evaluation, the evaluators were so praiseful for the speakers. The grammarian was very nice about what people did nicely. So I found at the end of the day, when I walked out, something happened to me and I don't know what it is. That day I realized while these people were practicing physically applause as a form of praise, they were cultivating a mental habit of praising somebody. Because only if it happens here, you will do it here. You can't applaud just like that. You have to generally, because that's why somebody is saying, let's give a round of applause, which means you are made to think that you have to give applause. Right? You are giving an applause because you have been asked to, and you think this is the way to give applause. So applause, which becomes a reflex action, slowly becomes part and parcel of your thinking process. It becomes you. It becomes your persona. When I joined Toastmasters, I thought maybe this is the place where I can find myself. Who are you? The question asked by the friend. If I have to find myself as who are you, this is one place I can start finding. I need not go to Sadhguru's lecture or a Sri Sri lecture or a Osho lecture. I can come to Toastmasters week after week after week and discover one small aspect of mine. How do I discover? How do I raise myself in this place? I need the help of somebody. We all know we need a mirror even to know whether my hair has to be cut, whether my bindi is in the center of my forehead. I need a mirror to tell me what I'm doing is right or wrong. In the real world, when I have to find myself, when I have to raise myself, who else can tell me other than my fellow Toastmasters? Your club mission says, what is the club mission? I don't know whether anybody will remember to say it. The club mission says to provide a positive and supportive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop his communication and leadership skills. And by doing so, he develops his self-confidence and personal growth. So it has three aspects. First, as a member, I need to provide a positive and supportive learning environment. To whom? To my fellow Toastmasters. What is positive? I am always looking at what I can discover as something, as a strength in my fellow Toastmasters. If I can find every time something positive, I need not praise just for the sake of praising. I need to find something really positive. When I look at your, secretary installed recently, Toastmaster Joseph, what an inspiration he is. If he can come and learn, if he can come up and take up a role of secretary for this club, that is something which is going to really motivate me as a fellow member. When people hesitate to take responsibilities, at this age, he is saying responsibility is nothing but it's one way of making myself relevant in this space. Only if I take a responsibility, I'm becoming relevant. Otherwise, I'm irrelevant. Correct? So that is one positive thing. If you tell that, he will discover relevance, and being relevant in a space is going to be a way to find oneself. When Milind wrote a mail to me some 5 weeks back, asking me a few things on certain aspects of certain, advanced communication series, I found the interest in him because I received the mail at 11:30 in the night or a WhatsApp at 11:30 in the night. Fortunately, I was awake. I was also replying to him. Right? So I'm saying the relevance, what you want to do with yourself. This aspect of finding something wonderful, positive in your fellow Toastmasters and discovering it for them, you act as a mirror where they can find themselves. In 21 years, I could find me more than any other spiritual lectures. Be it my fellow member Gopinath, or all my members in Sunshine, or all the members of District 92, 82, or India and Sri Lanka. They have given me something or other every time I meet them as some strength or capability in me. I found there is a wealth of strength in me. So when you provide a positive learning environment, you allow the members to find something in them. And what are the members supposed to do? They are supposed to use that opportunity to develop their communication and leadership skills. Nobody can come and tell you. I remember a small kid carrying a heavy school bag and walking in its apartment complex towards the bus to take it to the school. The old lady sitting on a bench there, park bench there, knitting a sweater saying, "Hey kiddo, are you going to school?" The kid says with a deadpan look, "No, I'm being sent to school." Correct? We are not sent to Toastmasters by anybody. We have taken the step to come to Toastmasters. You have taken the responsibility for this learning in Toastmasters. Nobody is forcing you to learn here. But if for the responsibility I have taken, even I am not sincere about it, who will be sincere about it? Why should somebody like Srinu Baba or somebody ask, who will give one speech per month? I'm saying, boss, I have taken this learning. It is my responsibility towards myself. This is my responsibility towards my growth. You have got evidences in your club. Srinu Babu says, I have got so much of benefit. I made my wife and my brother to be a Toastmaster. One other member, I think Ashwin, correct? He has made his wife a member. He has got a promotion in his office. It is nothing to do with career growth or something. It will always happen. But first, is there a growth for yourself? So as a member, I have to use this forum to benefit myself. The third thing, when I do that, I get self-confidence and growth. I like this club because all of you are doing a role so sincerely, so seriously. Just have some fun added to it. Like Ralph C. Smedley said, the best learning can happen only when you have fun. Have some fun also. Now, how do I provide this mutually positive learning environment? How I can make use of this in this club and how I can grow? Can you tell me one small activity for me, sir? If at all you all ask me, I can tell you only one attribute which you need to develop. The applause what you give should become an attribute to you, should become an attitude to you. So what is that single attitude? That single attitude is appreciation. Appreciation means three things. One, praising somebody. Appreciation means value adding to somebody. The value of the stock appreciated, which means the stock value increased. The third, I appreciate your point of view. I understand. So appreciate as a single act has three things as an outcome. One is praise, second is value adding, and third is understanding. As a Toastmaster in Speech Weavers Toastmaster Club, each and every one of you practice the single quality of appreciation towards your fellow members. Either I praise you genuinely and make you discover one strength of yours. If I appreciate you, to value add to what you have done as an evaluator or a general evaluator. I come and tell you, if you do this small change, maybe your speech will be better. I value add to what you are given, apart from appreciating. And third, if a Toastmaster is struggling, the Toastmaster is not able to make it, the Toastmaster is not able to give his speech continuously, forgets. We all understand and still say, come back and give it. Just now I saw a data. Srinu Babu handed over the lectern after installation to TMOD, and TMOD reminded Milind, would you like to come? And immediately Srinibabu said, sorry, I forgot. Sorry for the glitch. I missed it. Okay. We all appreciate and understand this and part and parcel of our learning process. While we have a formal structure, while we have a formal process, there is a possibility we will all err in the process. Only by making mistakes, we learn. If you don't make mistakes, you will not learn anything. As a small baby, a 2-year-old, when you made your first step, you fell down, nobody hit you saying that can't you work properly. Everybody applauded, appreciated, encouraged you as if you have done some great achievement in your life, and the baby thinks it has done something very nice to make its parents happy because they are all jumping with joy and clapping. So it takes the next step. If our parents, our grandparents, or our siblings, or our uncles and aunts have never appreciated us during that first few steps of our life, we would have never walked in our life. Toastmasters is a place where all of us can remove this coat of formality, this coat of the outside world, throw it outside your Toastmaster doorsteps. When you walk into Toastmasters, be that baby to experience, enjoy, and inquire into the system and engage in this system. Like that baby who makes the first fall and the people who are around it encourage, I want all the fellow members to encourage that person who trips, falls, stutters, stammers, forgets. He can be the best Toastmaster. If not for my members, my mentors who had given me this opportunity and encouraged me, I will not be speaking in front of you. I will not have sustained in Toastmasters. And the most important thing after appreciation is, how come you can be relevant in this space? Can you all be relevant, right? That's why I appreciated Toastmaster Joseph. He wants to be relevant. How do you become relevant in Toastmaster Club? Either to give a speech, take up a role, or take up a leadership role in the committee like what Mr. Joseph has done as a secretary. If you are not relevant, then you lose relevance. If you are a father, you have to be relevant in the role. If you are a son, you have to be relevant in the role. If you are a manager, you have to be relevant in the role. You have to do what is expected of your role. If you are a member, you are expected to give your speeches, participate in the club process. These are two things you are expected. My dear Toastmasters, I leave you with this message. Just be appreciative of what's happening in your environment. Just be appreciative of your fellow members by value adding, by praising, by understanding the difficulties. Make the most of the opportunity provided by Toastmaster space by being relevant in the space. 567th meeting, around 10 years of existence. I have seen great leaders emerge from this place called Speech Weavers. They have served the district with a lot of grit, gumption, and pride. You have given contest winners too. I wish this club all the best in its further meetings. When your club opens up for a one-to-one meeting or an offline meeting, I'll be there again to be with you all. I'll give one of my pathway speeches there with you. Okay. Now I open the floor for any questions from the members. Anything you have, any questions you have in your mind, you can please ask me. You can unmute and ask me questions. Just identify yourself and ask your questions.
Speech weavers and guests, this is your time. You've got access to a wonderful Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster. He will definitely answer all your questions. So please unmute yourself and put forth your questions.
Do you have any questions, Deepa?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Meghna.
Yeah, Ditya Ramesh, it was really nice to hear you. I just have a question that sometimes we get really, hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just wanted to ask you one question, that sometimes we get really stuck with our speech draft or writing the topic. So like how to get motivated till the time? How to stay motivated with the topic you select or with the draft you are writing? How to stay motivated?
So who is your mentor?
My mentor is Toastmaster
If you
Vranda
don't
in
have a
Ahmedabad
mentor, get a
Toastmasters.
mentor.
She's an advanced
Okay?
speaker.
Mentor is not somebody who teaches you. Mentor is somebody who just engages with you. Mentor is somebody who engages with you without judging you. Correct? Many times we have a difficulty going to somebody to ask something because we feel, what if they say this is not a speech, that is not a speech, what it is you are not writing properly. If they judge, that is many times our fear, we don't go to people. As Toastmasters, we are expected to have a mentor who not judges us. That is what I said. If you start appreciating, understanding, add value, and praise a fellow member, a mentor-mentee relationship can be very enriching. So I request Meghna, get in touch with your mentor. Speak to him freely, boss. I don't even get an idea to write beyond the first line. What do you want me to do? Have a chat. Have an engagement with him. Speak to him. Speak to her. And then you will develop your speech. Don't try to keep to yourself till the last moment, and the last day you find either you have not written your speech or not ready with your speech. If you want to experience, you are ready to take my number and mail ID. I can help you and support you in writing your speeches. I can mentor you in your speeches. Am I answering you?
Thanks a lot, DTM. Thanks a lot.
Hello.
DTM Ramesh sir. This is Vandana.
Any other questions?
Yeah. So I think what I've struggled with is as soon as I became a club officer, then I feel like I'm not focusing on my personal path. So do you have, one thing I did once we moved to online meetings is I just went and took a slot so that I'm forced to prepare. But now I'm on the next level, and I focus on all the club things to do, but I forget my personal. So you have any words of wisdom?
Simple thing. It's like saying that I'm going to reduce weight by 10 kgs. I'm going to develop 6 packs or size 0. Okay, you have to advertise to the world around you, right? When you start your term now, tell that complete club membership. My commitment to myself and the club is by next June, I'll be completing my one path. Okay? Announce it. That is first. And people ask, you said you will do your path, why are you not giving a speech? Then it will remind you. That is one trigger from the external space. Second, you commit to yourself that you'll give one speech per month at least. So, you know your club is meeting 4 weeks, okay? 4 days a week, 4 days a month. So you give one day in a month, you fix it. One meeting, you give your name. Every last meeting in a month, I'm going to give my speech. Please take my slot. Commit yourself there, correct? And many times we think only when we give a name for speaking, we have to prepare speaking. No. I carry a small notebook with me wherever I go, whenever I travel. This small notebook I carry, okay? So this notebook, when I carry, I keep jotting down whatever thought comes to me. When you sit in a bus, when you sit in a train, when you sit in a cab for 2.5 hours to reach your office, right? Or suddenly when you're watching movie, you find some thought comes to you and you want to make a speech out of it. Correct? It impacts you in a big way. You saw a movie and the movie impacts you in a big way. You want to share it. You can give an entertaining speech. Correct? It can fit into any guideline. Correct? Please write those few thoughts available to you and some supporting thoughts, and discuss with your mentor and get your speech ready. It can come anytime handy. It can be given after 3 months also, but at that time you have a speech ready. Correct, Vandana?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I think I don't make notes. I make mental notes, but
No, mental notes. A pencil is powerful than a memory.
Yes.
Yes, sir,
Please.
I have one question. Srini
Please.
here.
Thank you.
Yes.
So some people are, some members, they are very interested and they are very passionate, and because of maybe pressure from work or family, all of sudden they stop coming, right?
Okay.
So how to manage these 3 areas and make sure we are always connected to Toastmasters every day?
Can you come back with your question again?
Yeah, so people are very interested to come and give the speeches, but sometimes what happens because of from the office or for family, they will completely disconnected from the Toastmasters. So how we can motivate them?
See, there are 2 things. Toastmaster is a passion. Job, family, health, They are all priorities. Correct? Only if I take care of my priority, I can follow my passion. If I don't say my spouse is my priority, I won't get food. I'll be sleeping outside in the corridor. Correct? So I need to say that my priorities are this, but I have to negotiate in various spaces what is passionate to me. Correct? Toastmasters is my passion. When I was serving as a HR head and for a software company, I had to leave office by 6 o'clock for attending my club meeting at 6:30. As a HR head, most of the escalations come only in the evening. And my directors call me for a meeting only in the evening. So I spoke to my director whom I was reporting to. This 2 hours in a week is very important to me. This will give me strength for next 5 days. So I want you to allow me on Thursdays alone, 6 o'clock I have to leave. He says, okay. After that, he will not himself schedule. Anybody calls for a meeting on Thursday, he'll say, no, Ramesh is not available. He will talk on my behalf. Correct? So I'm saying how much you give importance to your passion, only then others will give importance to the passion. If you are compromising your passion, everybody thinks that it's not your passion. Come what may, I'll go. If you say, then they will all give time to you and accommodate you. So how much you are steadfast in your passion makes the people around you give that time for you. Right? So you have to own it. Because sometimes we compromise. We think we are compromising and the others will understand. No, nobody will understand. You have to hold on your passions. You have to work for your passion. Then people will say, no, no, today my wife will not be available. My son or my husband will not be available. My subordinate will not be available. They should know that you will not be available on Thursday. It should go into their unconscious mind. So you should own as a member. Yes, Tina. Any?
One more question. We have time for one more question. So anybody,
yes.
please.
Yeah. If nobody asks, Deepa will ask.
Yes, definitely.
Hello,
I have
can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah,
Palak.
so I am Toastmaster Palak. I'm from Intel's I Speak Club. Firstly, your ideas and thoughts were very enriching, and surely I've learned a lot from those. So my question is, so sometimes when you write a speech or you have an idea and start working on it, and sometimes you share with others and they will have a different perception or a view for the same idea and thought.
Okay.
That kind of impacts your thoughts or views of how you are, writing the flow. How to make sure that your idea or your view of looking into a particular thought is not impacted by any other external factors. How do we make sure about it? Because it is good to get the feedbacks, I understand that, but I am saying from the perspective of should not impact the flow.
I understand. Say, when do we hold on to our idea? Only when we are convinced about it.
Yep.
Correct? Conviction comes from further exploration of a thought. I get a thought today which is very important to me, and I share it to, say, our PQD Vanitha Rangarajan who has come here. She is a powerful speaker and a powerful lady. She will say, Ramesh sir, this is not the way it should be spoken. You have to give a different idea. Right? If I am convinced, she is engaging with me. Please understand, I am going and asking her and she is engaging with me. I have to engage with, no, see, my perspective is this idea has come from this incident or this experience of mine. And my objective of sharing this is this outcome which I want to share to my members or my fellow members or anybody, any audience. Then she will be able to appreciate, because many times when I give an idea to somebody, it triggers some other idea in their mind or a trail of thought based on their experience of life.
Yeah.
Correct? So unless otherwise your idea is supported by your experience of life and what outcome you are seeing from that experience of life, which you feel is important and to be shared, you will be carried away by other people's experience of life. So when somebody impacts you, they are impacting from, since experience is something which you cannot negate, and it is a very powerful, metaphor for understanding and creating an object in your mind, you have to support your idea with a experience or a metaphor. Then it becomes powerful. Then you will hold on to it. If you don't attach an experience to an idea, it becomes a cognitive idea. Road less traveled, everybody say. But if I don't have any experience in that, I'll only look at some road which I have not traveled any point of time in my life. But on the contrary, if I have a deep impact of experience in my life, then I know a road less traveled in terms of public speaking. I am traveling today for last 20 years, and it is so enriching and refreshing to me even today. Correct? If I relate that to an experience of life, then I can talk on road less traveled only from my experience of Toastmasters.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Thanks for answering.
Thank you.
I have a question, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh.
Yes,
I have a question, sir.
We'll have it
No,
afterwards.
I have to answer Joseph. He is very important. Yes, Joseph, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. With your 2 decades of experience and your achievements, it's on such a great level, did you had any fall in during this course of 2 decades? And the second one is, if you had a fall, what instinct that brought you up once again?
In Toastmasters, you fall every week. In every meeting, you will fall. Okay, when you cannot speak on a table topic, you fall. When you cannot give an evaluation which is motivating to your fellow members, you fall. Right? When you take up a role in the club and you are not able to stick to that role, you fall. In Toastmasters, every small thing, if you cannot do it, your expectation, please understand, as long as it's your expectation, you fall. But Toastmaster also gives you an opportunity to come back and redo and reclaim your value and worth in Toastmasters. Contest, you can't win. You fall. Come back again and contest. Right? So every opportunity in Toastmasters gives you a space, learning that you can come back and claim. It's a learning for life, I'm telling you. That's why we have week after week after week come to the same space and stutter and stammer for our table topics. Nobody gives you the same table topic for 1 month, correct? So every time you struggle with a different table topics, which means at some point of time, your mind clicks, everything falls in place and you're able to speak freely. Like you asked me a question, which is a table topic to me. I'm speaking now in the table topic. Correct? So Toastmasters, every aspect gives you an opportunity to fail, and it gives equal number of opportunities to raise up and become successful. Thank you, sir. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Deepa.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh, DTM Ramesh, for your excellent keynote address. And for me, I'm going to carry this having fun. So this entire term, what officers we have decided, every month we'll have some fun sessions, starting with the Republic Day celebration, then festivals, Ganesh Puja celebration, then Navratri celebration, then we'll have Diwali Dhamaka, followed by our anniversary in November, 11th anniversary we're going to celebrate. And then December is our Toastmaster Joseph's season, Christmas crackers. So that's how we're going to have fun. And thank you, DTM Ramesh. One, you would be happy, as per your wishes, a memento which we were supposed to give it to you. We are going to donate it to, from behalf of speech viewers, we're going to give it to Chief Minister of Karnataka Relief Fund, a token amount from that. So that's a thank you for that excellent noble suggestion to us.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
And now we are fortunate to have DTM Vanita Langarajan, the current program quality director of a newfound district. From 92, it has been split into District 121. So may I invite DTM Vanita Langarajan to give her sparks to us. Go ahead.
To be distinguished Toastmaster Milind, it's amazing to be here at Speech Weavers again. I remember the last time I came and met some of you. I took up a role. I remember it was at the WeWork building at EGL, and from there I don't think too much has changed. It's still the same energy, and it's still the fun that is still intact. And with the distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh coming here and adding his Midas touch to this meeting, it has only gotten better. So a lot of things have, some of those things that have changed prominently from the last time I met this club is that Toastmaster Milind has actually gone out of your club and he has helped another club become distinguished. He as a coach has been really successful in getting Rockwell, a struggling club, distinguished. And so that says a lot of things about how you go beyond your club and make yourself useful to the district. And I'm 100% sure that he has grown tremendously in that role that he has performed supporting the district. I am saying that Deepa is not far away as well. She's being approached for coach roles, and similarly, he's got a very important presence in the clubs around outside of Speech Weavers itself. Our very own Srini Babu, you can't leave him behind. He's gone on to represent the district now, and he's one of our own, serving us and serving a few more clubs in the area. So you know the wealth of this club. Now, how do we become a Milind? How do we become Deepa? And how do we become Srini Babu? One of the things that is common trait in all three of them that I've noticed is that no matter what roles they do, they've always been at their 100% best. Be it a timer role, be it the prepared speech that they've given, be it the general evaluation that he has done, no matter what role I've seen them doing. I've actually seen Deepa at a couple of demo meetings as well, where she has come and rocked everyone with her fantastic evaluations. One of the things that one is very constant for me is that, you know, no matter what role you play in the club, whether you're a club officer, whether you're a new member, or whether you're the club president, if you are putting your 100% and if you be your best, there is no way that you will not grow. And I'm saying this for new members. Now, how can you be your best? You're hardly there in the roster. You've just arrived. You don't know how to go about things. Just the earnestness of wanting to learn something new and putting your 100%, preparing for the role ahead of time, not giving the VP education a hard time by backing out in the last minute. Those are small things that you can actually develop as a trait. And this actually, don't learn anything at Toastmasters because you want to be a great Toastmaster here. If you learned to be committed to a role, a small, simple role that you've taken, or if you learn to prepare ahead of time for a small role that you've taken at Toastmasters, believe me, this skill that you use outside in your office presentations, in the journey of you as an entrepreneur or just anywhere else, is going to give you so much more benefits in life. So I ask of you, no matter what role that you play in the club, be very sincere to it. See, because everything else is working together as a team. There is nothing in this club or in Toastmasters at all that can happen by one person. The format itself requires you to hold hands with others, not physically right now, thanks to COVID, but you know, holding hands and going together as a team. So I urge all of you to support our incoming president and the VP Ed, Distinguished Toastmaster Milind and Deepa, to make sure that we take Speech Weavers one notch up. And having the support of a fantastic leader like Srini Babu, one of our very own, to help you get, you know, prominent in the district, get the support that you need from the district, we are in the safest hands possible. I wish the incoming set of officers headed by Milind sir a fantastic year of growth, and please be your best, because when you are your best, the growth is guaranteed. Thank you, and back to you, Milind.
Thank you, DTM Vanita. So I am now quickly handing it over to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Deepa, kickstart our table topic speech.
Yes, the much awaited extended table topics that was publicized in the poster is going to be here now. So I'd like to quickly introduce all the tag team players for that. So can I have the account timer, Toastmaster Manoj, to please introduce your role?
Yeah, this is Manoj here. So I will be the timer for today. So for the table topics, we have the table topic is for 2 minutes. So the minimum time required is 1 minute. So at 1 minute, I will show the green card. Then at 1.5 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And once you complete 2 minutes, I will alert with the red card. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. I request those TT speakers to pin the video of the timer so that you can know when the cards are being shown. And now over to the R counter, Toastmaster Nelson.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Today, my role is R counter. I'm going to monitor the entire speech and capture that unwanted stretch sounds and fillers and pauses. It's like it's a sketch sound. And also unwanted words are like repeated words, well, so, like, but, and that words. This were all on capture, and end of the meeting, I'll submit the report. So thank
Thank you,
you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nelson. And now it's time for the grammarian to introduce her role, Toastmaster Shannon.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and all the guests present. I'll be the grammarian for today's meeting. So there are like two main responsibilities of grammarian. So one is to introduce the word of the day. So I'll be showing you the word. So that is envisage. That means to imagine or visualize something for the future, or to contemplate a possibility. So if let's say I have a goal and that is deep rooted from what I envisage for myself. So that let's say I'll show you an example. I envisage to become a great leader. So I have joined Toastmasters. So that is the word of the day. And the next responsibility is to watch out the good usage and bad usage of the words used during the speeches. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be sharing the report of the same. Yeah, over to you, Deepa.
Thank you, Shannon. And now it's time to introduce the Table Topics Master. The Table Topics Master is very special because he's now an executive committee member, VP membership. And it would be heartening to note that he joined the club after the virtual meeting started. He had attended an offline meeting just for once, and he realized the importance of Toastmasters. And he's now a passionate Toastmaster, I can easily say, a stellar debutant at Toastmasters. So Toastmaster Mayur, over to you with the table topics.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for giving me opportunity to handle table topics today. So as most of the Toastmaster, we all know what is table topics, but for convenience of our guests, I would like to tell that table topic is nothing but an impromptu speech or extempore, where you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on that topic, and a timer will keep record your time, and there will be 30 seconds of grace period. So let's start the table topic session. I'm going to share some slides, so you have to speak on that topic. So as today our theme is goal. So a goal is nothing but a plan without a goal. Without plan is just a wish. And my first table topic goes to Toastmaster Gopinath.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
If you, yeah, you can. Can you see that? Yeah.
No. The earlier one was that.
No, this one you have to. If you could invent a new sport, how it would be played?
I thought there was something goal and things like that. No.
No,
Okay.
that was not topic.
So if I were to invent a sport, how it would be played? Of course, there are so many sports which is already there on the planet. I don't have to invent anything. But if at all I were to invent something, it would be played very fair. It will be, equally competing for both sides, and they will have to really struggle to win their points as well. And I believe in any sport, you have to, like what you earlier showed, there should be a goal, and the goal should not be so easy to achieve. It should really bring the best out of you, like TK Ramesh told. So it should be really, something which will bring the best in you, because if you have a goal which is so easy to achieve, or if you have a sport for which the goalpost is so near and so easy to access, then you don't really, sweat and toil to reach your goal. So I will have the sport which really tests you to the best of your abilities and really bring the best abilities in you and strive. Not only your physical, also all your mental muscles should be exercised to really bring the success in that, or rather win in that sport which I'm going to design. So in a nutshell, my sports will be fairly played, because you nowadays we see people do all kinds of things to really win, because winning is the real thing. But winning is not in the prize you get, but in the development you have in actually performing that sport. So that's how I will design to bring the best in you, and also after winning you really grow as a better person. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gopinath, for your wonderful thoughts on how to create new sports and for winning, how it would help in winning things. So I would like to invite for our next topic, Wang Lee. Is he there? Wang, are you there? Okay, not an issue. So next topic is for Toastmaster Arvind Nair.
Thank you. Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah. So favorite motto or quote and why?
Great platform, and thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Now
All right, my time starts now. My favorite quote would be, everything in life is available just outside your comfort zone, but within your effort zone. I feel this is very true, because it's just that little effort that we need to make. When we are comfortable, we do not go beyond that level. We want to do everything that is there, and then we become just ordinary. The moment we have a chance to step out, or we make an attempt to step out of the comfort zone, that's where, when we make an effort and we envisage that, yes, we can do it, and that's when we do it. It's just like when I say, you do not know how high you can fly unless you spread your wings. This is another quote that I always have in mind. And having said that, that's what brought me into Toastmasters. And I said, let me try if I can speak. I went on to speak. And then somebody said, oh, you need to get into the district. And the person who said that is from your very district, Nagarajan. He was the one who said that to me. You must come into the district. And that's what got me. I never knew what the district was all about till I actually stepped in and took up the role of the area governor at that time. And from there, it's no looking back, as I had one leadership role at every year of my Toastmasters journey. Thank you very much, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So now everyone has understood what the table topic is. So I'm going to put a wheel of name. So I won't select your name. This wheel going to select your name. So be ready. So the table topic goes to Toastmaster Sibani. And the table topic is importance of integrity. Toastmaster Shibani, are you there? Okay.
Yeah, you go ahead with
So Toastmaster Meghna. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah. Are you there, Toastmaster Meghna?
Yes. I'm there. What is the topic?
Yeah. So topic is importance of integrity.
Sure.
Can
I
other
just
speaker
want to.
mute? Yeah. Go on, Meghna.
Yeah. Can timer card will be shown or?
Timer will show your card.
Toastmaster Mayur, can you remove that instead what you have given that for a while, because he has already taken it. It is a, yeah, thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, go
Meghna, you
on.
can start.
I think it's very important to be honest and be loyal with yourself. It is also very important to be honest and loyal with your whomever you are connected with your company, with your partner, with your family. We all wear different masks to different people. We behave differently with different culture. According to situation, we have our reaction to every action. But hiding all those things, we are the one who knows ourselves very better. Whether we are speaking right or wrong, whether our actions are going in the right direction or not. So integrity is indeed a very essential and important part in anybody else's life. Even in corporates, it performs really important role to be loyal, to be honest with your duties and your role. That's all from my side. Over to you, TTL. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster. And next topic would be goes to
Toastmaster Mayur, we have somebody volunteering, Petra Choradol from Thailand. Can we give her a topic?
okay. So Petra, your topic is an influential figure in your life and why?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Topic Master and friends from all over the world, I guess. An influential person in my life and why? I could have thought of Gandhi or President Kennedy or Mother Teresa, but in the end, I ended up thinking about my father. My father by profession is the teacher, was a teacher. And even as a teacher, he never preached so much. He never punished the students who have done something wrong. And also with the children like myself, I have 5 siblings, so we are 6 in the families. But my father, an ideal person for me, influential person for me, for the whole life is, in his whole life, he has been behaving, acting like a friend to everybody. And you know what a friend is like? We can confide with each other, and that's what we do. Even my colleagues, my fellow students, when we meet him, we feel very comfortable with him. And he never acted like he was talking to us. He was talking with us. And whenever he saw something wrong, like when I was young, I was jealous of my sister because she was so beautiful and I was not. I am not. So my father would tell me a folklore or story, and his story would help get us out of the situation. And I believe even until today that storytelling is the best teaching instrument in all the world. Because when we hear the story, we feel like we discover moral of the story by ourselves. We were not taught. So I like to conclude that the most influential person in my life is my own father, just because in his whole life he has been a friend to me and to everybody around him. He never preached, he never act like he was above anybody, and I love him. Mr. Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Petra, for your amazing word. And even I get influenced by my father sometimes. One time he told me that money is on the road. It's the way how you get it. And I inspired Mukesh Ambani and Rakesh Jhunjhunwala a lot. So our next topic goes to Mohit. Toastmaster Mohit, are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster Mayur, I am here.
Yeah. So the topic is time when you have to adopt a different culture.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur, for my topic. When we talk about India, we have a different culture. Maybe every 10 miles after we see a different culture, and it's a globalized world, and it's not just within India but outside India as well. When we go to any other country, maybe for our business or otherwise, it's a completely different culture altogether. And uh, the manner in which I got to uh, adapt myself in a particular culture, I could share my experience of me being in Auckland last year, wherein I had gone for a business trip which was just for 8 days, but then uh, the situation became otherwise, and I had to spend around 2.5 months there. And the manner in which I adapted myself to their culture, their living, their food, that was really a life lesson for me, and that helped me internalize myself, got insight as to how well I can adapt myself to a particular situation. To a great extent. And I must say that uh, for being a part of the Toastmaster as well helped me appreciate each and every aspect. So when I went to their culture, when I went to enjoy their food or festival, it was a great moment for me. And personally as well, the family with whom I met, their way of thinking, our way of thinking, their way of living, our way of living, the communication style, each and every mode, each and every aspect of day-to-day living, um, and the culture is something we could share and we could influence one another. That's how it is. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Mayur?
Toastmaster Mayur, just one request. So now I am just acknowledging the presence of DTM Varunish Garg, our division director. So I'm inviting Varunish to spare a couple of words to us. Over to Varunish.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Milind, for inviting me to the event. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Please.
Well, it's a privilege to join your meeting and to be a part of this community where I have learned so much in the last couple of years. And it is needless to say that it has been the constant support and encouragement and appreciation and feedback that I have received from all of you and most of you at some point of time or the other, that has helped me grow as an individual, as a Toastmaster, and then potentially become your leader so that I am elected to lead not just a club or an area but a division. And one thing which I can say with confidence is that more than caliber, more than skill, it is the enthusiasm of a person that takes you places, and on which I have not a single doubt that this club is a vibrant atmosphere. This club is a vibrant group of people who are inclined and all interested in improving themselves and taking themselves from one level to the other. And I have known Milind sir quite closely for the last 2 years. I have learned a lot from him, and we have shared a lot of insights into what we want to do in Toastmasters as individuals, as leaders. So I'm sure with him being in your club as your mentor, as your internal leader within the club is going to flourish and gain heights and gain a lot of awards, accolades, fame, everything. Just two cents from my side is never be afraid of experimenting with something that you have never done, and always keep a strong faith on yourself that you have everything at your disposal that you need to excel in life. And if you keep pursuing that path, there is nothing that you cannot accomplish. There is nothing that will not fall into your lap of respect, your learning and your fame through Toastmasters and even outside Toastmasters. Once again, I thank Milind sir for inviting me to this meeting, and I congratulate all the incoming officers of the club to have a wonderful 1 year in their term alongside with me. Thank you.
Over to Deepa. Go ahead.
Thank you for that address, Division Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Varunish. And with that, we come to the end of this table topic session and the keynote address, which we all witnessed. It was a wonderful time interacting with giants of Toastmasters India chapter. I hope you all had a good time. And now, before I wrap it up, I forgot that I had to introduce the tag team back again to give back the reports. So please excuse my faux pas. Over to the tag team timer. Manoj, could you please give us your report?
Yeah, thank you, Deepa. So the first speaker was Gopinath. It took 1 minute 45 seconds. Then it was Arvind, 1 minute 51 seconds. Meghna, 59 seconds. Petra, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Mohit, 2 minutes 38 seconds. That's the timing.
Thank you, timer. Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. And now over to the R counter, Toastmaster Nelson.
Once again, good evening Toastmasters and guests. My report is TM Deepa 1 hour and 1 so, and Mr. Joseph 1 hour, and Mr. Mayu, TM Mayu 1 hour and 1 so, and couple of ants, and TM Magna 3 hours and 1 repeated word, and TM Mogit Chaudhary a couple of hours. These are very good session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nelson, for that crisp report. And now over to the grammarian who took the efforts to type in a beautiful word on her screen. Over to Toastmaster Shannon. Shannon, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So it was pleasure listening to all the impromptu speeches. So here's my report. Okay, so first I'll tell the good usages of the words. So one is in a nutshell, and then preach, talk to us and talk with us. Then internalize myself and cakewalk, imbibed with myself, with ourselves. Okay, so that those were few of the good usages, and I didn't find many bad usage. So yeah, there was one place where it was would be go to. So we could have said it as like would be going to or like that. So yeah, thank you.
And the word of the day was used, Shannon?
No, I guess.
I think DTM Arvind Naya used it. Yes, I think one person
Oh, is
used
it?
Yes. So big round of
Oh,
applause.
I think I missed it.
Arvind Naya. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's we caught him. Okay, thank you for that wonderful tag report, all of you. And with that, I need to wrap up the session. And I have posted the voting forms in the chat box. So please vote your favorite table topic speaker and the tag team role player. And we'll quickly share the results. Over to the presiding officer and president, Toastmaster Milind.
So thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for your excellent MC role. In the short span you managed. A lot of shepherding had to be done from your end to ensure time management. So we have a couple of minutes before the voting results are ready. Please let me know. So I'm just calling Madam Jaggi over there. Can she share what is her experience? I just noticed her there. Jaggi, I'm missing her first name.
Hello, Toastmaster. How are
Yeah, go
you?
ahead, yeah.
Okay. So it's my first ever meeting I'm attending over here, and I am actually really enjoying learning some new things we do differently in our club. I am Toastmaster Jajagi, currently serving as team lead of Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club and Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club VP membership from Pakistan. And I'm looking forward to listen to other speakers for the prepared speeches. And I invite you all to join the meetings of my club happening on Saturday. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Welcome all the way from a bordering country, from neighboring country, I would say. Great show. Okay, that's a very. So I would request a Toastmaster Vishwanath to share his views if he's there. Yeah. Go ahead, Vishwanath. You can unmute yourself.
Hello, sorry. I really enjoyed the session, and I enjoyed the keynotes given by two of our speaker.
Project 1, using presentation software is the title, and the title of it.
I just
go ahead, Vishwanath.
Go ahead, Vishwanath.
Yeah, I could hear some sounds. That's why I
No,
stopped.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah. So I really enjoyed the session and the keynotes from the two speaker DTMs. So it was very helpful in learning and getting ideas how the clubs working outside our club. So first time I attended, and this kudos go to Milind to share the link and motivating us to attend the meetings in other club. So thank you. That's it.
So may I now invite our guest from UK, Ram, to share his views.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ram, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think I joined this meeting a little bit late. I think the time zone probably just messed me up a little bit, but I missed the opening keynote. With the exception of that, I think it was a very good meeting. I enjoyed the participation of everyone asking questions. I enjoyed the table topic section. There's a couple of ideas I'm going to borrow for my club. But it's good that we're in different countries, different parts of the world, but we all have the same missions and the same goals, which is to improve ourselves and to help others grow as well. So thank you very much for inviting me. I look forward to attending another meeting sometime in the future. Hopefully I'll be there at the very beginning.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ram. Now may I request guest Devanjana to share her views. Devanjana?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello. Yeah, so it's an excellent session that I have attended today. So I'm just looking forward to become a member soon of
Great.
this Toastmasters. Yeah.
So you have Toastmaster Mayur. Mayur, make a note of Devanjana. So you can
Yeah, I
get
got
connected.
it.
Great, great, great. So any other guest or any other Toastmaster, if they want to share their views? The last
Singapore.
word? Yeah, go ahead, Wangvi. We missed you. In fact, you were invited for a table topic. Somehow
Yeah, sorry, because I was.
Okay, muted.
I
or
have to
something.
apologize because I'm actually in 3 meetings and another
Okay.
workshop, and they would got us in participating in a workshop. So yes, that's why I was a bit caught up earlier. But I do like the wheel, because when I saw the wheel spinning the first few times for the table topics picture, I'm sorry because I didn't notice that after a while. But yeah, I really like the wheel. It really is very interesting element. So yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's
Back
a
to you,
credit goes to
Toastmasters.
table topic master Mayur for that excellent thing.
Yeah, very good.
So anyone else for the last final word? If not, I'm handing it over to Deepa. Deepa, the results are ready? Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
yes, I do. So the two responses that we were waiting for is the best tag role player, and the winner is grammarian Toastmaster Shannon. And the best table topic speaker is quite split in the votes, and it is none other than DTM Arvind Nair. So that's the end of the results. Over to the president again.
Before
Okay.
everyone goes, can turn on their videos so I can capture
Please,
the
please.
image.
Yeah, correct. That's great.
Everyone images.
Yeah, please. Devanjana, you can open your video. Petra, Vaishnavi Kashyap,
Nelson.
Nelson, yeah, our own Nelson. Vaishnavi is there. If Vandana for the last time can. Wow, we are Sinu Babu showing his torch light. So let me show my button.
Mike.
I'm not going to hit anyone, don't worry.
Yeah, I'll definitely share.
It looks like a sledgehammer, Milind.
Then maybe I hide it.
If someone doesn't give speech, you use it.
Okay. Good. And thank you for joining across the globe.
Okay, it's done.
And thank
So
you.
I request
Yeah,
every guest to connect me with me on my phone number. I'm just messaging you.
And we have very festival season coming. So a lot of activities going to come every month. So please connect with us and we look forward. So just last word, Area Director Sinu Babu, anything from your work? You want to have it? If you want
it was very excellently organized. Thank you for upcoming team. Very nice kickstart. Actually, I have to send a club success plan. You and Deepa has to discuss and you have to share what is your plan. Okay, that is one pending item from my side. I will share with you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for organizing the excellent meeting. Thank you so much.
So all that we have to do is to just follow DTM Ramesh's views. Ensure that every member who is there, he has to go ahead, try himself, and at least give one speech like what Sinu Babu has said. Take number of roles, experiment, and here is the place. This Toastmaster is like an incubation center, like we have in startups. So incubate yourself, try everything, keep on trying. Failing is no problem. We encourage, keep on trying. We have other clubs, thanks. We can even keep on trying the same speech. So that way we'll discover ourselves and we'll know who we are, who I am, each one of us. And that's how we can take our Toastmaster journey. Oh, so with this, I'm Milind Kilokar, calling this meeting, concluding this meeting. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Toastmaster Mayur, so there are few emails, but the problem is it will log off in 5 minutes. It is very tricky. Can you copy paste it and onto your notepad?
I'm taking a screenshot.
Okay, great.
You can download complete chat history, I think.
Okay, that's a good
Okay,
idea.
but
Have chat, yeah.
I saved the chat.
Done.
Okay,
it's done.
Okay.
Okay, thank you
so
everyone.
special
Thank you so
mention
much,
to-
Milind. Thank you.
to Zoom Master, Toastmaster Biddu. Thank you for making this happen. To keep it smoothly happening.
Thank you.
Yeah, he had to be on his toes continuously. That was a great job. No joke.
Thank you.
Because in an online meeting, Zoom Master is the kingpin.
I think we were very lucky because it got extended because we originally had asked for 6:45.
Yeah, so that's why I checked with you how the things are. So when I
because it
got
was
to know
at 7, I didn't.
I was so relieved. I said, let me use that.
Because
People
others I would have
were
messaged
active
Deepa
on
before
the
that.
Chat. People were not active on the chat. I think if they were, I would have been aware of the time, especially during the Q&A session. So otherwise, I think.
Oh, actually, I was making note of the time, but because it's at least till 7, and then there were very important guests. I thought like who had to speak, so I don't think.
Thanks to Toastmaster Milind, so many guests just out there.
Yeah, it was amazing. 34, I think. I don't know if there were more than that, but last I saw was 34.
How did you publicize, sir?
Vandana, are you on video?
No, my video is not working. It's
It's
blocked
very
on my laptop.
Very
Yeah.
unfortunate, Vandana. On
What
the
to
day of
do?
inauguration, I couldn't see your beautiful face.
Yes, I actually showered and combed my hair. We have
So
3
the
minutes. Anyone wants to crack any jokes? Anyone?
Yeah, that's a good Vandana.
Joke master.
So, since we want, let's take that DTM Ramesh's view to have fun. So we're going to add one more role going forward.
Joke master.
Joke master. Okay, so he will be getting only 1 minute time. In 1 minute, either his joke succeeds or fails, doesn't matter. He'll experiment. Okay, Deepa, keep that in mind. In your agenda, include.
And sir, do we have restrict only to 2 speeches, prepared speeches per meeting, or?
So we'll see how the time.
Table topics will suffer.
Correct. So 2 speeches now going forward. Let's have that. Unless we have some like last month we
So
had.
today we had a lot of guests. That's why table
today is a
topic
different
didn't go.
meeting. No, it went well,
Otherwise,
Mayur. Great job.
Yeah, no. Yeah, table topic was, but people, I was not able to choose more. So
No,
that is
I'm
okay.
sorry. Mayur, I had to
That is
intervene
okay.
in between because I was
But
trying to
I
cheat.
think at 2 to 3 speeches are fine.
Yeah,
Target
2
should be 4.
very easy.
Yeah.
3
That-
tricky. Depends upon the timing, and the
Ah.
evaluator might overshoot. So we'll have to be very strict on how we are timing.
We did earlier, no?
Yeah.
Almost
So
we
Deepa,
were
just
doing
keep
3
that in
speeches
mind.
all.
If we have 3, we'll start with table topic.
Yeah, that is really
Then
good.
there'll be pressure on everyone.
Yeah.
Because now we know Zoom will get up. So then that's what we'll do. So that we
Yeah,
will not miss out
yeah.
Zoom.
People might get.
Because
People
quite
might
often
go
that
after
happens.
speeches and they are not available after that. So
Correct.
first take that table topic first. Yeah.
Okay, we have last 60 seconds.
Okay, last 1 minute.
Melinda.
Yeah, okay.
So what it automatically logs us
I
out.
think so because we've only been given a speech slot. I mean, the
Okay,
No,
so
no,
sir,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
no, it won't
You want
log
to say
out
something?
automatically.
Who will be sharing the video?
Go ahead.
Is it
No,
will
continue. Thanks,
it
Biddu.
get logged
Thank you so much.
at 7?
We will know now in 1 minute.
Yeah,
We will know.
Shannon, nice to see you after a long time. You, Banti, Manoj.
Shannon, you were really good.
Yeah, you are very professional.
We'll have to send us a picture of that word that you've beautifully written.
I couldn't take a picture of Mayur.
Can you share?
Look
Can
at
you
that.
share in the
Taken
group?
in so much effort.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just take a photo. Yeah, good.
I think she held it for too short a time.
Mayur, can you take a photo?
Yeah. Shannon, can you speak something?
No. Can you ask him to share in the group a full picture?
No, wait. Yeah, but wait. Hold.
Ah, your face is not visible. Show.
Little down. Little. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Toastmaster Mayur, can you show
done.
your face?
Great.
No, you are also. I didn't click while you were doing the table topics. Where are you?
Sorry? Yeah?
Okay, just smile, Mayur, because I wanted to click while you were table topic master. Okay, smile. Thanks.
Am I visible, Vandana?
Oh no, Mayur is doing the group picture. I think that's already done, right?
And next
already done.
week, prepared speeches, it's going to be Mayur and Biddu.
Oh, great.
We'll
Good,
have, if the others, there was
fine. So we're adding just
and
1
we will
minute.
see if we can insert one more, but these two speakers.
Deepa, for me, end of the month again. I think now it's okay. Just give me one slot this month. That's all.
Okay.
Fine then. With this, let's plan over next week. Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Can we connect our phone? Is it there?